Hello, River Run members. I'm here with Josh Buds, our golf course superintendent, and I wanted to have him give us an update on how we're doing with phase 2 of our golf renovations. So Josh, how are things going?
Things are going great out on the golf course. We've had perfect weather this spring for it. Golf course services is moving along at a great pace, and the quality of work is great. They're moving along well. Right now, they are working on holes 3, 4, and 5. Sod is coming in for number 5 tomorrow, hoping to have that one completed. They are installing the drainage and all the greens mix on holes 3 and 4 right now, and we'll be moving along to 2 and then to 1 in no time.
I know they started first part of March, and as they started, there were a couple changes that came up. Can you maybe elaborate a little bit on those?
Yeah, the changes really is about the drainage work. There was a lot of drainage work more required around our bunkers than what we originally thought. And with our new bunker irrigation, it's kind of getting in the way of heavy machinery being able to excavate those areas. So there's a lot more hand digging involved, which unfortunately takes a little bit more time, but it's being more careful so that we don't mess up any of our new irrigation work. Also with drainage, there's quite a bit more drainage that we're installing than we originally anticipated. I don't think this is a bad thing at all. It's probably a better thing for us. More drainage out there, the better. It's just going to improve the conditions even more in the end.
Yeah, those playing conditions will be fantastic with all that additional drainage. Well, one of the areas that I first saw when I went out there was to the left of 17 green. Yeah. Where you would walk from the cart path to the green. It was always wet, no matter if it was 85 and sunny for 5 days. Yep. It was still wet, and that's one area that they added more drainage, and it's going to be really nice to play off of going forward.
Big difference. I mean, also on a maintaining aspect, we had 2.8 inches last week, which was our heaviest rain since starting the project. We had to wait 4 days, I believe it was, to get on our fairways and to mow rough. The very next day after the 2.8 inches, we were mowing around our greens. That is how much drainage is being put in.
Nice.
And that's the difference.
That'll be great. Has any of this work affected when we plan on opening Labor Day weekend?
It is certainly not changing that. Our goal is still to open Labor Day weekend, and right now we're tracking to do so. We originally wanted to sprig mid-June. The only thing delayed right now, I'd say, is we're planning on sprigging now. We're projected to sprig the greens late June instead of mid-June. Gotcha. But that is not going to affect the opening date whatsoever.
Super. Well, since we're sprigging a little later than planned, why couldn't we just hire more employees to get the work done sooner?
You would think having more people here working would make a big difference on moving along quicker, but it's not what this type of work. This type of work, you have heavy machinery, grading areas out, other people on staff that are experienced to do that type of stuff. If you're just wanting to bring in extra employees just for hand digging and hauling material away, that's not gonna affect the pace of this project.
Gotcha.
You would have to bring in
skilled workers.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, well, good. I know you went out and this is probably a month ago, you identified around 1,800 linear square feet of cart path work that needs to get done sooner than later. I would say more high priority. How much of that do you think we're going to be able to get completed in August when we do the cart path work?
Yep. Right now we're projected to be able to do all 1,800 linear feet of cart paths. With how the budget has gone so far, we will continue to pay attention to that as we get into August to do that work. But you're right, we've got cracked cart paths throughout the entire golf course, but 1,800 feet I think is necessary to do right now to really make a huge impact for when we open the course back up.
Super. I see you and your staff are kind of ahead of the contractors' workers and you've been stripping a lot of sod around the greens and the collar areas. What are you doing with that sod?
Yep, we're taking advantage of knowing that sod is just going to go to waste if we don't go out there and cut it. So we're going ahead, like you said, and cutting sod ahead of golf course services. And we're using this sod in some of our winter kill areas from this past winter. We had about an acre's worth in the fairways, just in heavy shaded areas on holes 6, 10, 11, 12, and 17.
Yep.
That added up to about an acre. So we were able to use that sod here without having to go purchase it to replace. We're also taking advantage after we finish that, and we're identifying heavy traffic areas that are along the cart path's edge.
Great.
A good example of this is on the opposite side, the fairway side of the bridge on number 16. It's the only area to enter and exit to go on that fairway.
Yep.
So it's extremely high traffic area. We could probably sod that area once every 2 years because it's so high traffic area, but we're taking advantage of having all this sod on hand to identify those problems now.
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, you and your staff are doing a fantastic job out there. Really appreciate all your efforts. I know even though the course is closed, you're going to have a busy summer.
Yeah.
And appreciate everything you're doing.
Yep.
Thank you.
Looking forward to opening the place up in Labor Day.